Mandy's Breakfast House is the breakfast spot of Columbia legends. They serve up classic American breakfast fare with a smile and a side of sauce. The coffee is like rocket fuel, perfect for jump-starting your day. And the portions. Oh honey, they're like a Golden Girls reunion special, big, bold, and extravagant. The stuff at Mandy's is like a well-oiled comedy machine. They'll crack jokes, tell stories, and make you feel like you're part of the family. Just don't ask them for the secret ingredient in their hash browns. They're sworn to secrecy, like the CIA protecting the nuclear codes. If you're looking for a breakfast that's as comforting as a warm hug and as funny as a late-night comedy show, Mandy's Breakfast House is your ticket to culinary heaven. Just be prepared to laugh, loosen your belt, and maybe even shed a tear from all the over-the-top goodness. Well, if you're looking for a restaurant that'll transport you back to the Wild West, City Hotel Restaurant and What Chair Saloon is your huckleberry. Just picture this, waitresses in period garb serving up dishes that would make a Gold Rush prospector drool. I mean, their signature Gold Strike burger. It's like finding a nugget of gold in your mouth, with that Wagyu beef and bacon that'll make your taste buds dance. I just wish they'd kick the bacon up a notch and caramelize that sugar rub because it was a tad underwhelming. But hey, the patty melt was a real showstopper. Juicy, perfectly cooked, and served on grilled French bread. And those homemade fries. Crispy, golden brown perfection. Now, let's not forget the crumb roll. It was so elegantly presented, it could have been royalty. And the taste. Well, let's just say it's worth breaking the bank for, even if you have to pan for gold afterward. So, if you're ever in Columbia and craving some fine grub in a setting that'll make you feel like you've stepped into a spaghetti western, City Hotel Restaurant and What Chair Saloon is the place to be. Just don't forget your chaps. Hey, pizza lovers. Get ready to laugh and chow down at Street Charles Saloon in Columbia, California. First off, let me tell you about the pizza. It's like a party in your mouth. The crust is the perfect balance of crispy and chewy, the sauce is tangy and flavorful, and the toppings are piled on high like a clown car. The motherlode pizza is like a meat lover's dream, with pepperoni, sausage, and more meat than a butcher's shop. But what really sets this place apart is the atmosphere. As soon as you walk in, you feel like you've stepped back in time to the Wild West. The waitresses are dressed in saloon girl outfits. There's a wood-burning stove that keeps the place cozy, and you can hear the sound of horses clopping by, or maybe that's just the Harley-riding grandpas outside. Speaking of the staff, they're a hoot. They're friendly and helpful, even if they're running around like mad chickens. But watch out for that redhead behind the bar. She's got a bark that could scare a bear, but it's all part of the charm. Now, I know what you're thinking, a pizza place in a saloon. That's weird. But trust me, it works. It's like eating pizza on a roller coaster, but the roller coaster is made of mozzarella. So, if you're looking for a good laugh, great pizza, and a slice of history, head on down to Street Charles Saloon. Just don't forget to bring your appetite and your patience. It's worth the wait, even if you have to order outside and then be ignored for a while. Just remember, everything tastes better when you're pretending to be a cowboy. Step into Columbia House Restaurant, where time has graciously paused at the cusp of culinary excellence. It's like stepping into a Norman Rockwell painting, complete with waitresses in calico dresses and aprons. The food here is crafted with the utmost care, as if Grandma herself was presiding over the kitchen. Yes, you heard right, folks. This is not your average heat and serve joint. Everything is lovingly made from scratch, using ingredients that would make a farmer weep with joy. The star of the show is the Gold Digger waffle. It's a symphony of flavors, with a fiesta of bacon, jalapeno, and cheddar dancing upon its crispy surface. Topped with a hefty dollop of country gravy, this waffle will leave you humming zippity-doo-dah while you lick your plate clean. But hold your horses, partners. The burgers are no mere chuck wagons. They're juicy, flavorful, and ready to tame your tummy's wild, wild west. And the hot dogs. Well, let's just say they're the winner winners of the Old West. Now, let's talk about the service. Well, it's as charming as a rose in bloom. The waitresses are so sweet and attentive, they'll make you forget all about that one waitress who gave the hostess a tongue lashing. Hey, even in the Old West, there were occasional barroom brawls. So saddle up and head on down to Columbia House Restaurant. You'll have a meal that's so scrumptious, you'll be yippee-ki-yaying all the way home. Just be sure to bring a bib for that pesky gravy goodness. Listen up, folks. If you're looking for a hilariously chaotic yet delicious experience, head on down to the Armory in Columbia. First, let me tell you about the entrance. It's like stepping into a scene from The Maze Runner, with a giant barrel-shaped door that leads to a dim, mysterious bar. But don't worry, no giant spiders or crazy kids with spears here. Next, you'll find yourself in a massive, open-air courtyard with a bar and even a DJ booth. Perfect for those hot California summer nights. But be prepared for the occasional water mist spray that will make you feel like you're in the Amazon rainforest. Now let's talk food. The rodeo burger is a pure delight. Giant and juicy, it'll make you forget all about the absence of shoestring fries. And the pork belly nachos. Oh mama, they'll cure whatever ails you. But here's the kicker. The service. As our server walked away, he chucked our food at us like we were in a dodgeball game. Anything else? He muttered before disappearing. And when we asked for utensils, he pointed to a counter in the distance, as if we were in a scavenger hunt. But hey, who needs manners when you've got delicious cocktails? The bourbon, penicillin, and camphor Jalisco are like magical potions that'll make you forget all the service blunders. And let's not forget the peanut butter waffle sundae. It's the culinary equivalent of a hug from your grandmother. Overall, the Armory is a culinary adventure filled with enough quirks to keep you entertained throughout your meal. Just remember, don't expect a perfectly organized experience. It's more like a chaotic carnival, where the food is amazing and the service is a bit like a roller coaster ride. But hey, isn't that what makes life interesting? Step into the restaurant that's straight out of the gold rush. Fancy a trip back to the wild, wild west? Well, come on down to the service station, where the ambience is as lively as a saloon brawl. As you swing those saloon doors open, prepare for that cozy, woozy feeling of a classic western hideout. It's like sipping whiskey at the OK Corral, without the shootouts, thank goodness. The menu is a culinary symphony, with a special shootout to their fish and chips. Imagine fish that's so flaky, it'll make your grandma's biscuits jealous. And the batter. Oh, honey, it's like a crispy, golden hug around that tender fish. Don't forget the homemade coleslaw, which is the perfect sidekick to this salty sweet masterpiece. But let's not mince words, the service is hit or miss. Some nights, you'll be greeted by a server who's as friendly as a rattlesnake, but hey, what are you gonna do? On the other hand, you might get lucky and find yourself in the presence of a server who's so charming, you'd almost forget about the burnt batter and the raw fish. No, really, that's not a joke. Oh, and remember when we mentioned the pint-sized drinks? Well, be prepared to pay a premium, because those pints will make your wallet yelp like a coyote. But hey, at least there's an 18 gratuity automatically added to your bill. It's like the restaurant is saying, we know you're gonna be mad, so here's a tip. Despite the occasional hiccups, the service station is still a gem in the wild west of Jamestown. If you're looking for a lively atmosphere, above-average food, and the chance to pretend you're a modern-day cowboy, this is the place for you. Just don't forget to bring your sense of humor, and a few extra bucks to cover those unexpected expenses. Yelp rating, 3.5 stars out of 5. Gold Rush rating, 5 stars out of 5, because who doesn't love a good saloon brawl? You know, I'm not one for fancy dining, but my mate told me about this newfangled burger joint in Columbia. Columbia Frosty, they call it. Now, I'm no stranger to a good burger, but this place, well, let me tell y'all, it's like a symphony of flavors dancing on my tongue. The patties are so juicy, you'd swear they had a secret stash of magic mushrooms. And the buns, soft and fluffy as a baby's, well, let's not go there. Their fries, oh man, their fries are a crunchy, golden brown masterpiece. They're like the crispy edges of a perfectly toasted grilled cheese sandwich. And the sauce they come with, well, let's just say it's the culinary equivalent of a stand-up comedian telling a joke that makes you pee your pants. But wait, there's more. They're legendary shakes. It's like a party in a cup. They've got every flavor under the sun, from chocolate so rich it could make a Swiss banker blush, to vanilla so creamy it could make a cow jealous. Now, the place ain't the biggest, so be prepared to elbow your way in during peak season. And watch your step when it's wet, because that floor is slicker than my uncle's dentures after a night of dancing with a disco ball. But hey, it's all worth it for the food. And the staff. They're like a well-oiled machine, running around like headless chickens preparing burgers at the speed of light. I swear, they should give them jetpacks to keep up. So, if you find yourself in Colombia, do yourself a favor and head on down to Colombia Frosty. Just be sure to bring a bib and an extra pair of pants. You'll need 'em. Waiter Wheel Pizza Saloon, where the pizza flows like the River Nile and the beer is colder than an Antarctic penguin's toes. Ahoy there, mateys. If you be seeking a jolly good time in Colombia, then shiver me timbers, Waiter Wheel Pizza Saloon is the place for ye. As ye step through the tavern's hallowed portals, prepare to be greeted by a welcoming crew and a cozy ambience fit for a pirate king. Sip on an icy pint while ye peruse the vintage photos adorning the walls, each one telling a tale of bygone adventures. But fear not, landlubbers. The real treasure be found in the pizza parlor. Behold, a feast fit for a kraken. The dough be as soft as a baby seal's belly, and the toppings be so abundant, they'd make a galleon creak with envy. And if your noggin be weary from all that swashbuckling, no worries. Grab a cue and engage in a friendly game of pool, where the balls dance upon the green like drunken sailors on a stormy sea. Aye, but the true magic lies in the community spirit. The locals be as friendly as a parrot with a sweet tooth, and the staff be ever eager to chat and share a tale or two. However, beware, me hetties. There be rumours of a disgruntled kraken in our midst. A certain J.M. and Cynthia be dared to cast aspersions upon Waiter Wheel's hallowed reputation, but the truth be far from their scurvy tongues. They brought their own poison aboard, then made a spectacle of themselves, attacking a fair lady and causing a commotion that would make a seagull squawk. The owner, brave as a lion, stood her ground and sent these landlubbers packing. Waiter Wheel be a safe haven for all, but it tolerates no brigands or fools. So, if you're in search of a rollicking good time, a belly full of pizza, and a thirst that'll quench the wrath of the seven seas, then hoist your anchor and sail to Waiter Wheel Pizza Saloon. Just remember to leave your grudges at the door, or the kraken might just get a taste for 'em. Strap in, folks, because Woods Creek Cafe in Colombia is a culinary roller coaster that'll leave you both satisfied and bewildered. First off, the ambience is straight out of a bovine fever dream. Cows galore, from the wallpaper to the tablecloths. It's like dining in a movie theater. The food, well, it's a mixed bag. The Denver omelette is a chunky onion masterpiece, perfect for those who like to eat their vegetables with a side of tears. And that Roma. Let's be real, it's chorizo in disguise. The kitchen staff must have had a linguistic misunderstanding, or maybe they're just trying to save on translation costs. But hey, let's not dwell on the culinary conundrums. The staff is as friendly as a herd of golden retrievers, and the waitress is sweeter than a bowl of maple syrup. They'll greet you with a smile, even if they're secretly cursing the onion-infested omelette you just ordered. One thing to note, this place is a cash-only establishment. So be prepared to whip out your moolah or your cowpons. It's like a financial time warp where plastic is as useless as a cow on ice skates. Now, about that kitchen. It's like a real-life Hell's Kitchen with all the yelling and crashing. But don't worry, it's just part of the ambience. Consider it a free IMAX movie while you wait for your Super Bowl. Speaking of which, the Super Bowl is a culinary behemoth that will leave you feeling like a stuffed cow. Eggs, meat, cheese, and gravy. It's like an edible symphony that'll make your taste buds dance in delight. Just be sure to schedule a post-meal nap afterwards, or you'll be as lethargic as a cow on a lazy Sunday afternoon. All in all, Woods Creek Cafe is a quirky and unforgettable dining experience. It's a place where the food is hit or miss, the ambience is malicious, and the kitchen is a culinary battleground. Just remember, bring cash, embrace the bovine decor, and don't be surprised if you hear a few choice words coming from the back of the house. It's all part of the utterly unique charm of this Columbia gem. El Jardin, where the food is authentic and the service is swell. Let's just say it's like watching a turtle race. But hey, who needs speedy service when you're enjoying a culinary masterpiece that'll make your taste buds dance a salsa? The caldo de pollo soup is a game changer. It's like a warm hug in a bowl, except instead of a hug, it's a bunch of delicious broth, rice, pico de gallo, purple cabbage, and sliced avocado. It's the perfect cure for a rainy day, or a hangover, or just a general feeling of blah. The combination chili relleno plate is a sight to behold. It's like a Mexican fiesta on a plate, with a crispy chili relleno, a cheesy enchilada, and a taco that's so flavorful, it'll make you forget all about the time your uncle tried to teach you the Macarena. The staff at El Jardin are interesting. They're like a well-meaning but slightly disorganized family. You might have to wave your arms like a semaphore to get their attention, but once they do, they'll smother you with kindness. And let's not forget the ambience. El Jardin has an outdoor seating area that's so charming, it'll make you want to stay and sip margaritas until the sun goes down. Well, maybe not margaritas, because they're a bit too sugary for my taste. But the skinny margaritas. They're the perfect balance of sweet and tart. Overall, El Jardin is a culinary gem that's worth the occasional wait. Just remember, patience is a virtue, especially when you're about to sink your teeth into a plate of Mexican perfection. Arigato, Yoshoku. Feast your eyes on this ramen paradise that'll make you forget the great Hawaiian luau. From the moment you step in, you'll feel like family, even if your Hawaiian shirt is slightly wrinkled. Their poke bowl is a whole dance on your taste buds, with all the right moves. The taro boba tea. It'll transport you to the Pacific, minus the stingrays. The service here is as swift as a ninja, and the ambience is straight out of your auntie's living room. Reminded me of home, eh? Now, let's talk ramen. Their spicy tonkatsu ramen is a firecracker in a bowl. Don't be surprised if you feel a little heat in your tuchus, because this baby packs a punch. The dumplings are like tiny meaty pillows, and their taro boba is a chewy delight that'll make you forget about the mini skirts at the luau. And get this, you can customize your ramen like you're playing with a Lego set. The broth is so creamy, you'll swear it's made from unicorn tears. And the noodles. Oh, they're like clouds floating in a savory wonderland. The staff are as sweet as Mrs. Ono's poi, and the prices are as reasonable as a used surfboard. So what are you waiting for? Raise your chopsticks and shout aloha to Yoshoku, the oasis in the Sonora Desert. Just don't forget to steer clear of the aloha drink unless you're into rubbing alcohol flavors. El Arroyo, where the margaritas flow like the creek next door nestled next to a babbling creek or perhaps a secret elven portal. El Arroyo transports you to a world of culinary delight. The grand staircase, adorned with twinkling fairy lights, invites you to descend into this subterranean paradise. As you enter the cozy dining room, you're greeted by the aroma of fresh tortillas and the gentle hum of salsa dancing in the kitchen. The menu is a symphony of authentic Mexican flavors, with everything from sizzling fajitas to tantalizing tacos. Now, let's talk about the margaritas. Oh, the margaritas. They're so strong, they could make a unicorn puke rainbows. The cantarito is a work of art, featuring a giant clay cup filled to the brim with tequila, lime, and more fruit than a fruit salad. And the jalapeño margarita. It's like a spicy, refreshing hug for your taste buds. The food is equally impressive. The wet burrito is the size of a small dachshund, stuffed with tender chicken and a secret blend of spices that will make you wonder if you've accidentally stumbled into a magic kitchen. The enchiladas are like little pillows of cheese and sauce, smothered in a rich red mole that's as addictive as a Netflix binge. But let's not forget the service. The staff at El Arroyo are the unsung heroes of the dining experience. They're patient with your indecisive orders, they keep your margaritas flowing like a mountain stream, and they even have a secret stash of Pepto-Bismol for when the spice gets too spicy. Overall, El Arroyo is a culinary adventure that will leave you longing for more. Just be sure to keep an extra tortilla on hand, because you'll need it to soak up all the awesomeness. P.S. If you happen to see a group of elves dining in the corner, don't be alarmed. They're just here to enjoy the fantastic food and atmosphere, like the rest of us mere mortals. You all ever been to a restaurant so fly you felt like you time-traveled back to the Urs? Well, buckle up, 'cause the Bella Union restaurant in Colombia is that joint. You walk in there, and it's like stepping into a history book. But don't let the old-timey vibes fool you. The food ain't no dust collector. Those Benedict eggs, they'll make your taste buds do backflips. And don't even get me started on the coffee. So smooth, it'll slide down your gullet like a greased pig at a barbecue. Now, about that piano guy, Roger. Man, he's got some ivory-ticking skills that'll make you forget all about the mediocre service. But hey, don't go stiffing the dude on the tip. After all, he's just trying to make a buck, and he's playing his heart out. But let's talk about the service. It's about as reliable as a politician's promise. Waitress starts off strong, takes your order, and then it's like she vanished into thin air. We had to hail her down like we were lost hikers in the wilderness. Food comes out cold, and the refills. Fud about it. We were drier than a popcorn fart. But hey, at least the piano music drowned out the growling of our empty stomachs. So, there you have it. The Bella Union, a place where time stands still, the food on point, and the service needs a good swift kick in the pants. But don't let that stop you from experiencing this historical gem. Just be sure to bring your patience and a few extra bucks for Roger, the piano maestro. Let me tell you about Sonora Thai cuisine in Colombia. I love Thai food, so I'm always looking for good Thai restaurants. When I went to Sonora, I had the same reaction as a guy who gets to a buffet and sees crab legs. The food is fantastic. I mean, it's so good, you'll eat so much you'll start to feel like you're one of those giant pandas that just sits around all day eating bamboo. I got the pad thai, and it was so good, I almost started crying. It was like a party in my mouth, and my taste buds were all invited. The service was great too. The server was so nice and attentive, unlike my ex-girlfriend, who was about as attentive as a blindfolded person playing darts. He made sure we had everything we needed, and he even gave us some free Thai salad, which was like a little appetizer to get us excited for the main course. The restaurant itself is clean and spacious, so you don't feel like you're eating in a closet like that time I went to a sushi restaurant and the table was so small, my chopsticks kept falling on the floor. So, if you're looking for some great Thai food, check out Sonora Thai cuisine. You won't be disappointed unless you're the kind of person who thinks that eating is a chore. In that case, you might as well just go to Subway and get a veggie sub. You'll better step up to Yanni's Grill if you're looking for a Greek feast that'll make you say, OPA. First off, the service is like a warm hug from your Greek ear. The owners and their kids are always there, making sure you're stuffed like a Christmas goose. They're so friendly, you'll feel like you've been adopted into a big, fat Greek family. Now, let's talk about the food. It's like a symphony of flavors that'll dance on your taste buds. Their lemon chicken rice soup is like liquid gold, and their homemade carrot cake, let's just say it's the reason I have a gym membership. The atmosphere is clean and bright, like a Greek goddess's boudoir. It's got that perfect balance of comfort and elegance, so you can relax and enjoy your baklava without feeling like you're at a stuffy old museum. But let's get real here. This ain't no dollar menu joint. Yanni's is the type of place where you go for a special occasion or when you're feeling fancy enough to treat yourself. So be prepared to drop some dough. But trust me, it's worth every penny and then some. So grab your crew, bring your appetite, and head to Yanni's Grill. Just don't be surprised if you end up leaving with a belly full of delicious Greek cuisine and a heart full of smiles.